Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I am DeeRockUK and today we're going to be unboxing the Sneak Energy Satanic Cult drop, which is the 2023 Halloween drop. They've sent out a few of the things to me in order to unbox here on the channel, and they are in here. As always, I've kept this in the box since it arrived for the last couple of days because I like to unbox these on the channel and get my sort of first impressions out to you guys. So we're going to get this unboxed, jump into what we've got, which I know is the tub and the shaker, but they've got a few other things as well, and we'll go over all of it today. Let's get into it. So this is what we got inside. We've got the shaker and the tub. So what we'll do first of all is have a look at the shaker. I'll just get this out the bag just now. So this is the second official shaker to land on the Sneak Energy shelves. It's using the Smart Shake model. We've seen the very first one on the Sneak Shakes, and if you still yet to pick one of these up, they've slightly changed. So the shaker is actually, or the blender, sorry, is on the inside of the lid. So on the lid, it's got the Sneak writing on the side. You may just see that slightly. And of course, the Sneak logo is now also on the lid as well, which is quite a nice little touch if you ask me. So for the shaker design, we have this on one side, and then on the other side, we have this here. With just Sneak in the font face that they're using for this drop. Very nice shaker. This is the Satanic Shaker for 2023. So this is the tub design for the 2023 Satanic Cult drop. You can see the design here is kind of following what we have with the shaker, and it is going with that Satanic Cult vibe. One thing you may notice on here is it is 150 grams in 15 servings. So essentially, this is a tublet version to your normal full tub version. So we're on to the flavor. What is the flavor? If you haven't already seen on any of the Sneak Energy socials, the flavor is candy apple. It's interesting to say the least. We have had quite a few apple flavors. We've had sour apple, of course. We've also had Deep Secret, which was last year, and that sort of tasted a little bit like apple. It was almost like stealth mixed with sour apple. So again, last year was a very appley flavor, and of course, if that tends to be one of the main ingredients of Halloween, so it would make sense that they're following through with that. And of course, this one is candy apple too now. So I'd be interested to know how this differs between sour apple, Deep Secret, and of course now candy apple. We're gonna get it into the shaker. We'll mix it up, and we'll give it a taste test and see exactly what it's like. So we'll go and get that shaker. We have our shaker, some ice in there as well, just to give it that nice little bit of an extra cool. Let's get this unboxed, taste tested, and see if it's worth the hype. Wow, nice label on it. I normally do go over the label, completely forgot they do have a custom label for this. You gotta give it to Sneak. Their presentation skills are always above any other energy drink that I've ever seen in terms of how they do their tubs. Wow, okay, so actually it doesn't smell what I thought it would smell like. It actually smells quite nice. All right, here we go. We drop it in. Let's see what we get in terms of color, if anything, when this drops through. And we'll get this lid onto it just now. And let's give that a shake. It actually smells phenomenal. This is probably one of the only flavors that has such an aroma about it. It smells almost, it doesn't even smell like apple. It kind of smells like strawberries, if you were to ask me. I am interested to give it a go. This is your candy apple. Let's see what it's like. Wow. Not what I expected at all. It's actually, I don't even think it tastes like apple. Hang on. I would definitely say it has a lot more candy in it than it does apple. I can taste the apple almost when it hits, when you're drinking it, but it has a very, very sweet taste to it as well. Very candy sweet taste. And you can definitely smell the sweet when you open up the lid on this as well. It's not like any of the other apple drops that they had. I was starting to get a bit concerned about it because we obviously have Yuzu Mandarin, Breakfast Orange, Royal Blood. Then that's on the orange side. Then we have Sour Apple, Deep Secret, which was Sour Apple sort of with stealth, I believe. And yeah, now we have the sort of candy apple. And I was worried it was maybe going to be too appley, but they've nailed it on the head with adding the sweetness to it. Now, for the first time since I've ever noticed, it seems like publicly Sneak have given the flavor profile for candy apple. They have said that it starts off sweet, which I entirely agree with notes of caramel, which would be like a caramel apple, but yeah, okay. Very, very subtle, incredibly subtle, but I could probably say part of what I'm tasting would be what I'd be familiar with in terms of caramel. So yeah, maybe a note of caramel, and then of course it's got the tangy apple hit at the very end. And yeah, they're spot on with how they explain the flavor profile, and it's exactly like that. I've never had a Sneak flavor quite like this before, so it is unique, it is new, it's worth a go. It's not something that feels replicated or a slight twist of something else. It is 100% a new flavor. So one of the drops that are coming out, sadly they didn't send any to me, but I seen them when I was last at Sneak headquarters in June this year. Now this is the first time that Sneak has ever done anything like this, but I find that with most of their limited drops, when they're starting to bring out little accessories that go with it, it's a very nice touch, and it definitely differentiates the brand from any other energy drink brands that are out there who are just bringing new flavors back to back. The Ouija board is going to be for sale. It's obviously limited. It's going to be £66.60, which is 666. Get it? As well as that, they're also going to be dropping a couple of new items of merch. It's going to be the full sleeve shirt. It's going to have the Sneak logo on the back, and then on the front we'll have the Sneak text. On top of that, they're also dropping a t-shirt, which is a very small Sneak branded label on the side, and then on the back also has Sneak's first Ouija board with a picture of the Ouija board there with the shaker, the tub, and yeah, I think the t-shirt's quite nice. It's probably the first time I think we've ever seen something like this in terms of a t-shirt design where we have all of what's getting dropped on this drop being printed on the shirt. One of the things I try to cover if they're given to me in time is the FAQ, the frequently asked questions, and there has been a few on the official Sneak Energy Community Discord. The first question being, when does it drop? It's going to be the 18th of October, 2 p.m. British Summer Time, 9 a.m. Eastern, and 3 p.m. Central. That is when this drop is going out. There is going to be early access for people that are in the community Discord, so if you wish to have early access and grab hold of it, get in the Discord. That's going to open an hour earlier, which means 1 p.m. BST, British Summer Time, 8 a.m. Eastern, and 2 p.m. Central. So if you want to get in an hour early, there's your ticket. You'll have 60 minutes to grab that cult collection and the early access tea before the masses descend. Of course, the Candy Apple Tub and the Satanic Cult Shaker will also be available in select game stores across the UK on the 18th of October. This is an exclusive for game, and it's the first time a limited Sneak product has ever been out in the public domain to be purchased off the shelves. Pretty hype. GG on that one, Sneak. That is a pretty big announcement, and it's buried away in the FAQs. I don't know why he did that. Prices. Candy Apple Tub is going to be £20, $20, or €23. The Satanic Cult Shaker will be £10, $10, or €12. The Ouija board is going to be £66.60, $66.60, or €66.60. The early access tea is $24.99 in pounds, $24.99 in dollars, and $27.99 in euros. The long sleeve tee will be $27.99 GBP, $27.99 USD, and $31.99 euros. I don't know why I went through the pricing in such a peculiar way between pronouncing the currency in different ways. I don't know what I was up to there. But anyway, There will be bundle deals. You'll be able to grab 2 candy apple tubs and a Satanic Cult shaker for £45, $45 or €50. And they'll be throwing in a very special gift for the UK and the US that when you spend over £60 or $60, you'll get 3 free shake sachets. Wait, what? Yeah. And if you didn't know, I didn't know because I just read the FAQ, shake sachets are coming. One of each flavor. So if you want to try shakes, then this is your opportunity. And of course, EU customers, you'll receive a free Blizzard metal shaker when you spend over €65. Of course, it is limited. Don't think we need to go into that. However, they have stocked up on the candy apple tubs, so they're expected to stick around for at least a few weeks. The shakers and the merch are limited, and the Ouija boards are especially tight on numbers. They didn't want too many of them floating around in the ether for obvious reasons. There's going to be no limits on orders this time. I know the community is very wishy-washy about this, but this drop doesn't seem to have any order limits in place. Why is a tub 150 grams and not 400 grams? And if you can't be bothered reading, let me read this and explain it to you. One of the most frequent bits of feedback we've had surrounding limited launches is that people are wary of committing to a full 40 servings without knowing if they like the flavour. We hear you. Sachets are not really an option for limited drops. By the time you've received and tried a sachet and decided whether you want to commit, the tubs could well be sold out. So we found a middle ground, a 150 gram tub that lowers the entry price for limited drops but still offers plenty of bang for your buck. Not too bad. One of the interesting things with the Ouija board is they are handmade in Latvia. They're genuine Ouija boards and can be used to commune with otherworldly spirits. We have a list of genuinely terrifying instructions and warnings from the manufacturer that we will be sending out to everyone who purchases one. They are super limited, and that's probably a good thing. So that is your Satanic Cult drop for 2023. As I say, if you're not already in the Discord for Sneak Energy, make sure you jump in there. I have just recently signed an agreement with Sneak to become a community ambassador as well as a brand ambassador for Sneak. So you may see me on their Twitch channel like we were last week and doing some live streams and playing with the community where we're giving away a handful of Sneak all the time. If you want to keep up to date with that, make sure you jump into their Discord. You're welcome to drop me a DM on Discord. If you see me there, I'll be near the very top on the right hand side. Until then, people, have a spooky month, stay safe, and I may have tried to do a curse myself in order to sell my soul for fame. And apparently, something to do with liking the video is going to really get me out there. Who knows? Maybe that curse worked.